Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I bring you my other reviews, but I wanted to just do something experimental. So I'm going to be experimenting with Seeking Sister Wives and see if you guys like it, and your feedback will tell me all I need to know. Okay, this may be a one and done. Get into it. All right, so we're reviewing Seeking Sister Wives season 3 episode 4, Emotions and Commotions. Okay, so we're over in Cabo San Lucas, the Merrifields. Okay, so if y'all remember last episode, they came down to see Roberta because, you know, they're trying to plan the wedding. Danielle, a little crazy behind, went and got a whole entire divorce from her husband of 17 years so he could marry and bring back to the States Roberta. And honey, Roberta might be scamming all y'all, child, just trying to get a visa to get over there in the States, honey. I've seen it all too many times. Anyway, we see Danielle's room. The bed looks like it hasn't been slept in. At first I was thinking, Danielle, honey, she couldn't wait to get up this morning so she could run over there and see what was all doing. But we soon see that all three of them are in the bed together. Still, my mind is thinking, okay, well, she hurry up, brushed her teeth real quick, honey, probably didn't even floss, probably didn't even spit the water out of nothing, and ran over there to make sure her husband, who's not her husband, who is that ex, wasn't sleeping with Roberta. But I was wrong. Okay, so she said Roberta was worried about her being alone, so she came to get her, and they were up until 2 a.m. Child, she was the only one worried, honey, because that ex-husband showed one word, honey. As soon as y'all got there, he was like, let's go ahead and tuck sister in. Sir, stop trying to tuck me in. First of all, I'm grown. Second of all, hell no. Third of all, I haven't even eaten, honey. We just got off the plane. Child, let's just tuck her in and go spend a little time. Honey, I bet he was pissed. Do y'all hear me? I bet he was so upset. Gerrick said the plan was for him to have alone time, but Roberta and Danielle haven't seen each other in a year. So they all slept together with him in the middle and them on each side. Honey, no wonder Danielle slept so good, honey. She knew y'all wasn't sleeping together. Ooh, child, the ghetto, honey. Ooh, the ghetto. So they were asking each other how they slept. Roberta was like, I slept great. And then she was like, I slept like a baby, honey. I know you did. Slept like a newborn baby, knowing that yo zaddy wasn't over there getting none, honey. Okay. So Roberta said last night was very special and she couldn't leave her alone. Her love cried louder, so she brought her there. Girl, he was hoping to hear something else crying louder. Not your love going over there to pick up Danielle on the other side of the wall. Anyway, Danielle said her doing that assured her that she was in it for not only Gerrick, but for her too. Roberta is not the person you have to worry about. It's Gerrick. He's a slime ball. Because when they got divorced, he didn't even shed a tear. They were like, are you sure that this marriage is irreconcilably severed, or whatever they said to her? And she started to tear up a little bit, honey. He was just sitting there just straight laced, just looking straight forward, glasses on, didn't even blink. I don't even think he blinked during the whole thing, honey. He was just like, Judge, please hurry up and sign, honey, so I can go get my woman, child. Gerrick said that morning Danielle had to go get her stuff, so they were able to be intimate. What stuff did she have to get, and how long was she gone, child? Because it's right next door, so I'm just trying to figure out, like, was it a minute or two, honey? Break me off, show me what you got, because I don't want no 1 minute, man. Woo. Shout out to Missy. Boy, what? Now she went next door to brush her teeth, and then y'all got it popping. Child, okay, I'm not even finna, child, okay, listen, honey, he trying it. So anyway, he said, you know, we're trying to play it off, but it's kind of like a joke because Roberta said, sister be back. Sister be back. Not sister be back. Girl, okay. The producer said, does Danielle know that? He said, no. See? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. He divorced Danielle not only for Roberta, but for himself because he cannot be trusted. Danielle smiling and laying in that bed, honey. She just don't know. Child, they crazy. Over on the other side, we see Jared and Vanessa. And neck and shoulders asked Vanessa what they talked about, her and Kayla. Okay? Because he ain't got no neck at all. So I'm just going to say head and shoulders, honey. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. So Head and Shoulders asked Vanessa what they talked about, and Vanessa said, you know, it got a little heated. It really didn't. She expressed herself, and you expressed. Now, what she did tonight up and through this episode, now that was heated. Anyway, Jay said, you know, I haven't been pleased with Kayla either, so tonight they're going to have a tribal meeting. Boy, what in the Chickasaw are you talking about? A tribal meeting? Baby, they just winging this thing, honey, making up rules and things and meetings all up and through. Okay. He said a tribal meeting for them is that they sit down and everybody has the opportunity and the floor to speak their speech. And then he plays judge and jury because he is the king and that's his role. He's their leader. Child, this is giving me very much cult-like following, okay? Y'all letting Head and Shoulders lead y'all? Oh, no, ma'am, honey. Which one of y'all gonna get a brain, honey? Which one of y'all? Okay. Jared said, Kayla has multiple jobs, but the multiple jobs don't help the family. There's no love. He said before the jobs, they were flourishing with love and emotion. AKA, I knew where she was at night and I had sex on my every whim with a pretty young thing. Honey, that's my opinion. That's how I feel. Because I don't feel like Jared cares nothing about this girl, you know, not being there for the family. And I'm doing air quotes because he could give a damn less about the kids or Vanessa. He just wants to make sure that pretty little thing is in the house at nighttime. And quiet as it's kept, she looks like a young child and they look like her parents. And it kind of creeped me out as I'm watching. Okay, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Honey, that's just my opinion. Vanessa says, with Kayla having 2 jobs, it gives them less time to grow as a tribe. But she doesn't see that at this time. No, Kayla does not see that at this time, honey. Child, he got that wife trained, don't he? And she knows exactly what to say with little to no emotion. Hair all over her head, honey. Kayla a little too strong-willed for them. That's the part. That's the whole problem. She's too strong-willed, and he doesn't like that. That poor wife want Kay to come on back so she can get a break from Hulk Hogan and those kids. That's what's going on, honey. She needs a break. Oh, poor Vanessa. Kayla gets there, honey, walks in like she just got home from school. And Jared tells her, you know, I know you and Vanessa talk, so I wanted to address it with you. He said, I know you feel like you were justified in the way you left. And he said, I'm not telling you this, I'm telling you this so that you don't make that mistake again. He said, if I don't love you, then I wouldn't even be here talking to you. And then she was like, well, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't be, or love y'all, I wouldn't even be here talking to you or Vanessa. And then he said, well, if you love somebody, you will work on it. How you working on something that's not there? Manipulation, honey. Manipulation at its finest. Okay, her having a job outside of the home does not mean that she should not be in the relationship or whatever this is y'all got going on, honey. And I'm just going to give a disclaimer right here. I don't agree nor disagree with this lifestyle. I really don't have a cock in this fight, so I'm just going to say that right now. I'm just reviewing what I see on the show. Let's continue. That's just a side note. So she was like, Jared, you know exactly what I've been doing in my absence. She's like, I work 2 jobs. And he said, well, I know that. He said, I called you and I don't get an answer. She said, I am literally working. I leave one job and I go to the other job. Girl, you ain't got to explain that to him, honey. He's scared some good looking dude gonna come and snatch you up and you're gonna snap out of this cult following that he got you going through. Honey, take me to your leader. He's afraid that you're gonna snap out of that and realize that you're young and popping and you're not gonna be sitting over here and playing sister wife to him and this woman. That's what it is, honey. He afraid that you gonna leave him and Tweety Bird and find somebody else, and they're gonna have to find somebody else to be a member of that tribe, child. That's the whole issue, and that's the problem right there. Don't explain nothing. She said he has a problem because it's taken away from the family. Then Kayla said, is this convo for y'all to point fingers at me? Because that's what y'all always do. She said, you try to act like you're a saint when you're not, honey. She was talking so hard, honey. I got scared. And she a little petite thing. I was like, ooh, boy, boy, like she gonna deflate that chest. You better leave her alone. And she said, you want me to kiss your feet? She said, I talked to Vanessa about being over here more. And we agreed that I will be here more. He said, that's not good enough. Baby, Kayla looked at him like, I know you fucking lying. Honey. Oh my goodness. She was like, when you say, all you say is when it comes to Kayla, she can't do this or she can't do that. Like she's just some small crumb in the corner that has to be told she ain't ish all the time. Child, Jared think he a pimp and y'all his hoes. I'm just going to say it to you like that. He really thinks he's a pimp, honey. She's fed up. Girl, you are too young and have too much potential to get caught up in this life. Girl. Then he says, Kayla, when you get upset, you leave a wake of destruction. Baby, well, that pissed her off. She said, I'm done. I'm sick of this Y'all have a good night. Honey, she got up and started walking towards the door. She was like, you don't have to walk me out. I was like, oh my goodness. She said, y'all want to make it all my fault and y'all know damn well it's not. So they get outside, honey. They yelling. And she said, y'all try to make it like you just picked me up like some little trash and dusted me off and sat me beside your trophy. See, this is why this type of crap does not work. No matter how cool and down you try to be, honey, you will never be happy sharing a man. I do not care what anybody tries to say. Well, we should just be free. It's not a freedom, honey. It's called soul ties. When you lay down with him, when you do anything with him, now you're connected to him, and now you're feeling inferior next to his wife. Child, girl. And she was like, you'll never be, she was like, y'all all, listen. She going off, and they all outside being loud, arguing, letting all the new neighbors know the tribe is fussing. Honey, take that back inside, child. There goes the neighborhood. Honey. Then we go over to the Winders or the Winders. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. The wives go nursery shopping. So Sophie, she's doing 5 weeks. She's one of the wives. And then Tammy is the other sister wife. Okay. She's coming along because they're looking for some furniture for the nursery. So they sit down and they're trying to decide on a rocking chair. And they discuss how your body changes and all of this. So Sophie was saying that as a midwife apprentice, she sees one side of having a baby, but not the other side. So then she said the benefits of having a sister wife is that they can talk about these things. Girl, you needed a sister wife for that? Girl, you ain't got no mama, no good girlfriends, and I'm at this baby shower, girl, that's a full-on lie, honey. You just wanted to get a sister wife. You got some people you can talk to about having a baby. Girl, anyway, Tammy said, at first we were acquaintances when you didn't live inside the home, but now that you live with us, it's just different. So Sophie said, I appreciate her, and I know that y'all are trying to get pregnant too. Oh, really? Tammy said, she's trying to, but has had several miscarriages. She said it's hard not to compare. Like, why is she pregnant and not me? And honey, the way Tammy was looking at Sophie, honey, Sophie better be careful, honey. Be a whole hand that rocks the cradle up in that house, okay? Y'all remember that movie, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle? Okay. Anyway, I hope she has a successful pregnancy soon, honey, because I know miscarriage is tough. But y'all got so much stuff intertwined and mixed up and through, honey. It's probably stressing you out. Girl. Anyway, now we're over to the Snowdens. Dimitri and Ashley and Crystalline, because y'all know Crystalline came down from South Africa to visit with the family for 5 days. So she's leaving, going back to South Africa, and Ashley says she's afraid that the energy will change once she leaves. And so Crystalline says she felt like she belongs and doesn't actually want to leave. Girl, well, you better go back and get your 2 kids and tell your family what's going on while you're down there. This is the thing, you don't leave your kid. That was an irresponsible move as a mom. You do not leave your children, okay, go to the States to meet these strangers, whether they're on TV or not. I don't care if it's a camera there or not. You didn't even tell your family where you were going. You just told them, I'm going to the United States to visit for a minute and I'll be back. Keep my kids. Watch my kids for me. No. Girl, somebody needs to know where you are and who you are with. Child, oh my goodness, honey. You just want to stay in the United States, child. I don't trust you either, honey. You and Roberta trying to get them visas or whatever y'all trying to get, I don't trust it. Crystalline says she loved it and wants to bring her kids back. Girl, y'all just introducing y'all kids to every old body and any old body, honey. She at the airport. She gets all teared up. And when she leaves, Taylor is on her way. Baby, they have a revolving door of women in that house. And the kids are up and through there. Over at the Winders, we see Sophie is having her baby shower. And some of the women don't agree with her lifestyle. But I couldn't tell because all of them seemed like they had some version of a sister wife or a polygamy type relationship up and through, so I was confused, honey. Tammy said it's a lot of emotions going through this baby shower because she wants to have a baby, and it's hard to be happy for Sophie. I'm telling y'all better watch Tammy, honey, the way she was cutting that fruit. Baby, I'm just saying, y'all better watch her, but she the one through the baby shower, so honey, I guess she trying. Sophie's grandmother also chose polygamy as an adult, okay? So the whole family, like a group kind of love, child. They love it in a group, okay? She said it hasn't always been a good experience. In fact, sometimes it's damn hard. I can imagine, honey. Men be trying to put you in a sister-wife situation you didn't even ask for. At least you're asking for it. If you stress and you asking for it, imagine how we feel out here just realizing we sister-wives, honey. Didn't even realize the man is really not leaving to go to work. He leaving to go over there with the other family. Girl, imagine how we feel. Anywho, so she's saying that, sometimes it's damn hard, and I'm sure many of us can attest to that. Anyway, Laura, who is Sophie's aunt, I think it is, asks if Tammy feels like a maid because she is pregnant and she has to do everything. Child, stop being messy, honey. It's already a mess up and through as it is. Tammy said, well, I don't feel like a maid because if it was me, I think that Sophie would do the same thing for me. So Tammy tells them that they are talking to a third wife. Oh, okay. April, Sophie's mom, honey, with child, I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. April, Sophie's mom, said it doesn't seem like it's smart because of the new baby. No, it doesn't. None of this seems smart. Sophie starts opening gifts, but again, Tammy is looking at her like she could slit her throat. All right, over at the Clarks, Kayla still hollering and barking at Jared. Honey, the producers ask, what happened? He said, well, me and Kayla had a disagreement about how Kayla spends more time at work than she does with her tribe. Oh, boy, be quiet. Kayla's still hollering in the car about how she wants to be there, but he keeps saying she doesn't. She has to keep defending herself, and she don't like it. So then Vanessa tiptoes on outside, and she starts talking to a poor Tweety Bird, honey, and she yelling at her. Vanessa said Jared has a way of pissing people off. Okay, so y'all on the same page as far as that. But she was like, just put your pride to the side and let your love speak. Girl, anyway, honey, she brings Kayla back inside. So Jared said, do you think that I actually feel that way about you, the way you were saying? She was like, yes, in that moment, I do feel like you feel like that. Okay. Kayla said the two job thing bothers him, but if they don't work out, she don't want to be asked out, honey. Like, I don't blame you. You got to have a plan B because he doesn't want you to work so that you have to fall back on him, honey. Don't fall for the okie doke, honey. She ain't as silly as y'all think she is. So she said, well, can I have a kiss or am I not worthy? He said, nah, I'm good. Kayla said, see, I thought so. This is some bush. Boy, you just want her to be in that house for one thing. Okay, for one, it's in-house variety. For number two, so you can make sure she ain't with nobody else. That's just what it is, honey. You ain't fooling me. Back over to the Snowdens. Ashley says that they miss Crystalline, but Taylor is on the way. Taylor is a 29-year-old baddie from Atlanta, honey. No kids. Taylor, this is what you want? You gonna go over here and get in a house with 5 kids and 2 women and 1 man? Okay, girl. Oh, child. Okay. Anyway, she gets there and the kids run out to greet her. If y'all don't get these kids, this girl is a stranger. Not to mention she just got off an airplane with all the germs of it all. Honey, y'all so free. Anyway, Dimitri says if they fall head over heels for Taylor and Crystalline gets mad, it could be disastrous, okay? Taylor says she's very nervous, but, you know, she doesn't see any problem with it, and she doesn't see how people can just be with one person. People aren't possessions. Okay, girl. The producer said, could you see yourself being Mrs. Snowden? She said, I write it in my diary sometimes. Diary? Girl, I hope you mean journal, honey, or else I know something wrong with you. Taylor said, Taylor Snowden is really cute. Girl. Okay. Dimitri bringing all these fine women in here amongst his wife, honey, looking wifely. Girl, if you don't wake up, child. Anyway, they feel like allowing the kids to be around her will let them know exactly what they should know about Taylor. Taylor says she's happy and she doesn't think, you know, that there's going to be a problem. But me personally, I don't feel like Dimitri likes her as much as he liked Crystalline. I just didn't see the spark. When she came in, you know, it was more like she was the babysitter and they was about to get ready to go out to dinner. And she was like, look, the numbers are on the fridge if they need anything, and don't let her eat past 12. And this one right here, she eats off the floor. And if she happens to pick something up and lights a match, just put the fire out. Like, is it me? Or did she seem like, it just didn't seem like a fit to me, honey. But who am I to judge, okay? Then we're back over to the Merrifields. Honey, let's go rescue Danielle, honey. We need some t-shirts that say free Danielle from that ex, okay? Roberta and Gerrick go to look at wedding venues with Danielle, but I said Roberta and Gerrick because at this point, Danielle is just there. Danielle says they are doing the wedding in Mexico so Roberta's family can come. She says it's very important that she be involved with every detail. Okay. It's crazy how Roberta is always making sure Danielle is included when Gerrick could care less. Like, okay. Danielle said it's hard seeing how he is with Roberta because they are officially divorced. Girl, you stupid for doing that. I would say, no, it ain't no way she can just come and hang out. Why do I have to get a divorce in order for her to be in the picture? Child, that's crazy. Danielle, listen to me. Gerrick gonna ride off into the sunset with Roberta. I'm just telling you right now. Danielle says she's jealous and wonders if her wedding meant anything because they basically got married on a grassy knoll. And, you know, Roberta has all this, the scenery and the zhuzh of it all. Okay. A wedding with a view. So they're sitting at this table talking about the wedding and all the details. So, you know, Gerrick is not even paying attention to Danielle. So Danielle looks at the event planner and she goes, yeah, we're in a polygamous relationship. We're both his wives. Baby, that event planner looked at her for like 2 minutes and she said, "Oh, okay, congrats." Oh my goodness. Child, this is too much. Danielle said, "I wonder if he's thinking about just Roberta's feelings and not considering me and thinking about our ceremony." Girl, he's not. Let me tell you right now, he don't give a damn about that ceremony. He don't care about you, honey. All he's thinking about is Roberta, 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 and how they gonna get to the States and X you out and you gonna be outside. I'm just telling you right now. He already called you the big wife and her the little wife. Honey, he likes that little hot tamale, honey, and I ain't gonna never forget that. Don't let this man call you the big wife. Honey, he cannot be trusted. Danielle was sitting there looking crazy because they're making the plans, and Gerrick is leaning over with his phone like, "Babe, do you like this? Or what do you think about this, sweetheart?" And Roberta just smiling because there's a language barrier, so she probably don't even know what the hell Gerrick talking about, but she's just nodding and smiling because he's footing the bill, honey, to get over to America. Honey, y'all ain't fooling me. Danielle said, "I have fears because technically we aren't married." No, it's not technically. Y'all ain't married. There's no technicality to it. You're not married. Girl, the producer said, "What fears?" She said, "I just fear that over time their feelings will change for me." And then she starts to get emotional. And then they said, "You mean Gerrick and Roberta?" "Yeah." Girl, Roberta the only one fighting for you in this marriage, honey. Gerrick didn't even shed a tear when y'all got divorced. He could care less if you coming or going, honey. He put you in a separate room off to the side, child. And then on top of that, he tried to tuck you in before you even took your bath, honey. You ain't even brushed your teeth. You didn't eat dinner. You didn't do nothing. Gerrick was tucking you in. It's a whole situation for him to get away from you, honey. And this was just a smart way to do it. Now, I know you think y'all gonna be in this blissful 3-person relationship, but quite frankly, and thus and such, it's just them two in a relationship and you off to the side, honey. Child, we will see what happens next week. As I said, we will see how this goes, child. But listen, honey, this right here couldn't be the life for me, honey. Nope. No, ma'am, Pam. But I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Y'all don't hesitate to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Please tell a friend. Come back next week because I will be reviewing this same exact show among other shows each and every week. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.